ולדימיר איביץ. בסקר שעלה בדף הפייסבוק ובטלגרם של חולה על כדורגל, העוקבים התבקשו לדרג את 5 המאמנים הטובים ביותר שאימנו בישראל בשנות ה-2000. בודדים היו אלה שלא הכלילו את ולדימיר איביץ בדירוג שלהם, בין אם דירגו אותו במקום הראשון או השני. איביץ הייתה בחירה של רובם המכריע של הנשאלים. ולמרות שהיה בישראל 2 בלבד, הוא הותיר חותם ענק כשלקח בשתי עונות כמאמן מכבי תל אביב, 2 אליפויות, כשהראשונה מהן, אחת האליפויות המרשימות ביותר שנלקחו כאן אי פעם. 31 נקודות הפרש ממכבי חיפה השנייה, ועם יותר משני שערי זכות למשחק ופחות מחצי שער חובה למשחק. בעונה השנייה, הפער אמר על רק 14 נקודות, אבל הפעם מכבי סופגת 10 שערים בלבד ב-36 מחזורים. מכבי של איביץ' בעונה השנייה הייתה בלתי חדירה בעליל. המאמן הסרבי עזב, אך כל אוהד מכבי היה שמח אם יחזור. זה היה קרוב, אך איביץ' סירב, אבל איך תדעו, אולי נקבל אותו בתור מאמן הנבחרת בעתיד. חלומות לפעמים מתגשמים. פתיח קצר ומתחילים. אנחנו כאן באולפני פודקאסט סטודיו של עוז נקש, האלוף בראשון לציון, מקום המושלם להפקת הפודקאסט שלכם, וכמו שאמרנו בפתיח, אורח מאוד 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 מיוחד, אולי הכי מיוחד שהיה לנו פה, גיל.
חד משמעית, אין ספק.
ולדימיר ולדן איביץ'. מתרגש?
מטורף, לא ציפיתי האמת שהוא יענה לי בכלל. זה הפתיע אותי בטירוף.
והוא היה נחמד, דיברנו על זה אתמול בפרק, אם מי שלא שמע אותנו בפרק 100, זה היה מיוחד.
כן, אז אני אגיד שבאמת גיליתי באמת בשיחה הזאת, בשיחה באמת קצרה שלי ושל ולדן, 3-4 דקות שיחה.
ולדן, חבר שלי.
ולדן, כן, אני קורא לו כבר ולדן. גיליתי בן אדם באמת, שאני יכול להבין למה עם כל החזות הקשוחה שלו והכאילו קרה כביכול ומרוחקת, הוא בעצם בן אדם שיש בו המון רגש, ובן אדם של מילה, שכמו מפקד בצבא כזה, שאתה יכול לסמוך עליו, שיש לו מילה, ושחוזר אליך ושעונה לך, ושבאמת מדבר איתך באמת בגובה העיניים. אז באמת גיליתי בן אדם מיוחד, יותר ממה שנראה מבחוץ, וזהו, מצפה לנו פרק חבל על הזמן.
אז כן, אז באמת חשוב מאוד שהמאמן תהיה לו מילה, אתה יודע, מילה אמיתית, ועומד מאחורי המילה שלו, וכמו שאמרתי לך בפרק הקודם, פרק 100, חשוב שגם השחקנים ידעו שמעבר לזה שיש להם מאמן גבר, שהוא ידע לקדם אותם ולגרום להם לשחק יותר טוב.
זו המילה, אמרתי את זה נכון, פשוט גבר.
נכון, אבל הגבר הזה צריך להיות מאמן. והמאמן הזה צריך לדעת להעביר את הידע שלו שחקנים ולגרום להם להיות יותר טובים ולגרום להם להאמין שהוא יעשה אותם יותר טובים. אז
גם בפרק הזה הבנו איך הוא עשה את זה.
כן. זהו, אני ככה, לפני שנתחיל, אני רוצה להזכיר לכם את החסות שלנו ושיתוף הפעולה שיש לנו עם מועדון השחקנים המתמידים של אסף שטנגל. למי שלא יודע, אסף היה 17 שנים שופט כדורגל, ואחרי זה גם 12 שנה כמאמן כדורגל. בשנתיים וחצי האחרונות הוא עובד כמאמן מנטלי לספורטאים, ולצד העבודה עם הספורטאי, הוא הבין שנדרש גם פתרון יצירתי למי שאינו מסוגל לשלם 300-400 שקל לאימון אישי, זה הרבה כסף, גיל.
כן, הרבה כסף.
וזה בסדר וזה חשוב, אבל הוא הבין שצריך פתרון יותר יצירתי. והוא הקים את מועדון השחקנים המתמידים, ואתה יודע, הקורונה וזה, אז זום, נכנס לחיינו, ומה שהוא עשה הוא פשוט עובד עם ספורטאים במסגרת קבוצתית קטנה, דרך הזום, ולכן מעבר שזה מאפשר לו לעבוד עם ספורטאים מכל רחבי הארץ, זה מאפשר גם הוזלה משמעותית במחיר, וזה באמת מחיר מטורף, יותר ממה שתשלמו על, לא יודע, מה עולה יותר מ-99 שקלים בחודש?
99 שקלים, חניה בתל אביב.
כן.
עולה יותר מזה בדרך כלל.
עכשיו תזמינו וולט. תוותרו על הזמנה אחת של וולט.
כן,
וולט.
בטח, מה זה? כל הזמנה בוולט, מיליון שקל.
בטח. תוותרו עוד פעם אחת ותקבלו, ובאמת מעבר לזה שזה, התוצאות מדהימות, ויצירת איזון, העלאת ביטחון עצמי, יצירת ריכוז, הצבת מטרות והשגתן, התנהלות טובה יותר בקבוצה מול המאמנים, וגם עזרה לאירועי שחקנים ברמות שונות, וכל זה ב-99 שקלים בחודש, כמו שאמרנו. בקיצור, גם יעיל וגם משתלם, ולחמשת הפונים הראשונים ששומעים אותנו כרגע, תגידו שאתם חולים על כדורגל ותקבלו מפגש התנסות בחינם.
תענוג.
נתחיל לדבר עם איביץ'?
יאללה, שכולם מצפים כבר לשמוע את איביץ'. יאללה, נתחיל.
Coach Vladimir Ivić, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you. Everything good, everything fine here in the Greece with my family, and you know, in the last 1.5 year, a lot of free time to spend with them to do some things what I couldn't when I work.
So tell us actually, how do you spend your time in Greece? We see that you really like Greece. You have been there since 2007. You really like this country. You feel like home there.
No, fortunately I'm here from 2005 January. When I arrived in the Greece from German, 2005 January I came in Athens. I spent there 2.5 years, and after that in August 2007 changed the city, come in Thessaloniki, and from 2007 I'm here. Yes, I live. My house is here. You know, my family when I don't work and when I'm not in the church on the work, we spend our time here in Thessaloniki.
It's really similar to Israel, I think. Greece and Israel.
The weather, the persons.
Yes, it's similar. The weather, yes, of course. We have
the mentality also, I think.
Mentality also. We have a lot of Israel people who visit the Greece during all the year, and a lot of them visit Thessaloniki. That means, you know, it's and not far away. It's not a big distance. It's 2 hours by plane, and it's nice.
Yeah, you said that you have a
lot of offers.
A lot of offers this summer, and also Maccabi Tel Aviv offered you to come back, but you decided not to come to Israel because of this situation. And we talked a little bit before the interview started that this week we have a very sad week. So tell us, why haven't you got accepted any offer that you have?
Listen, first of all, after the break with the Votford FC in the end of the 2020, I try to, you know, to realize all this what's happened, and how it was this 4 or 5 months in the England. I had a contract with them until the previous June.
And you start really well this season in the championship with Watford.
Listen, it was something different that I had in the past. On the way that it was one team who released, who folded in the Premier League or to the championship. And first 1.5 months, it was terrible. It was something what I had seen first time in my life. That on the way that the players didn't know when to come back to start the preseason. We had 10-15 players who doesn't want to play in the championship, who work alone, not with us, not with the coach. I had first 3 weeks, I think 10 or 11 players who work preseason with me, and from these 10-11 players, it was 5 or 6 from under 20. And we start good. It was a period that you need to adapt as fast as possible with the players what you had, with the one difficult situation on the way that a lot of the players who played previous year doesn't want to play, doesn't want to stay, they want to move. And it was really hard, you know.
Yeah.
But okay, after 5 months, you know, our way it was totally different. I understood it and before, but okay, we give our best, we fight until the end, okay, and because of the philosophy of the club, of the president of the club, and my philosophy, you know, it was totally opposite.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
it's funny that we always like to say that Israel and Israel footballers and they lack of professionalism, and you say that
you go there and you see the same.
It's maybe things that you didn't know, and you accept from players that played in the Premier League to behave better and meet your demands. So it's funny that also in the Premier League there is such things.
You know, for me, it's simple things in the football, and for me, I don't speak something against these players. For me, it's not the fault of the players and problem on the players. It's problem of the organization of the club. You know, that mean to, you know, the players will do this what you allow them to do it.
But all the reports said that that your go out is not about professional reasons. You know, we heard about what's go wrong with the wrong person in the club, the most dominated player, Troy Deeney. Can you tell us a little bit more about what happened there?
Listen, I don't like to speak about the things what we had in the dressing room, but just one thing I can tell, and you know, I didn't have any problem with no one from the players, never. I spent 4.5 years like coach, and I work in the 3 clubs. First one it was PAOK here in Greece, second Maccabi, and third is Watford. Work with more than 60-70 players, and to be honest, I have never had any problem with no of them. Why? Because it's the things is simple for me. You know, I'm the coach, I work for the club. You know, somebody choose me to bring me to be coach of one club. Before I did agreement in all of this club, and before I put my signature, I said some important things what is very important for my work, you know.
You want all the responsibilities,
and I work and I speak with all of my owners before I put a signature, you know. I listen them, they listen me, and to the end when we give hands each other, that means we understand each other, okay?
So tell us about your philosophy and your principles as a coach. What are the things that the most important for you
when you get an offer?
Yeah.
First of all, for me, is most important the team, the ambition of the club, the goal, what this team have in front of them, and of course the teamwork. This is something what is the first things what I'm looking for. You know, of course, the coach is this who will choose who will play, who will not play, who will be on the bench, who will be on the tribune, you know.
Yes.
And of course that coach is this who need to give a report. Sometimes in some clubs you need to work every day. In some other clubs you need to work and to give report every 1 month, and this is totally normal. This is you know, this is part of the job. But for me is you know, I'm the man who speak and who said from the beginning that I am responsible for the team, and I'm responsible for the tactic, for the players who will play. Okay, on the way, if somebody start to speak me and to tell me this player must play and this player will not play, you need to put this and this and this. This is for me.
It will go wrong with you.
Yeah, of course.
Let's go to the happy moments. I think the happiest moments of your career. I think in Maccabi Tel Aviv, the 2 incredible seasons, 2 championships. I want to ask you, when you came to Maccabi Tel Aviv, what did you think you have to change in this team? Because you came after 3 years, the team failed to win the championship, Hapoel Be'er Sheva controlled the Israeli football. What did you think you had to change in this team? Tell me about the practical things that you changed.
When I did a deal with Maccabi, it was I think 1.5 months before the end of the previous season, and I had the chance to watch the games from the playoff 1 year before.
Yeah.
And I followed these games. I followed the players. I followed the team, and it was very, very, very good that you can prepare yourself for something what you have in front of you, and to choose the players, to choose the system, to choose the new players who will come, and it works good with the people from the club, of course, because without them, it's impossible. We had a good organization. We had people who work 24 hours sometimes for the club, and all of us work together. We know on that period that the clubs, it was a financial problem.
Yes.
They couldn't move to buy the players. We need to looking just for the free players who can come and.
You played just with the entire squad you had in the team had in the previous season, and also with the homegrown player that came back from loans.
Yes, and we brought in that period, if I remember good, 3 players. It was Jair, it was Saborit, and it was Chico Foed. It was 3 guys who arrived, but all of them, it was free players. That means we didn't pay, Maccabi didn't pay the transfer,
You wanted these players?
You know them
of course,
before.
of
You
course.
know them before, and you want. What made you choose them to the team? You said that you've seen some games in the playoffs, so you must have seen that something was missing in the team. So what was that thing?
What makes this team so dominated in Israel? In simple
Listen,
words.
I said that I watched 7-8 games in the playoff before I arrived, and I understood which position we're looking for, and of course that I spoke daily with the people from the club and explained them my philosophy, what I believe, what we need to do, which position we need to take,
Which position you talk about?
It was central defender, it was left back, it was one winger, and this is position what we're looking for, and we work every day together with the sport director, with the Barak, with the Ben Mansford, of course, with the Jack Angelidis, who was there, and he's still there now. And we find these players who was free player, and who can. I believe that these players can give us this what we need and to help us to achieve our goal. And now after 2-3 years, we can see that these players, it was very good in that period for Maccabi, and they achieve with Maccabi 2 champion, and they gave their maximum for the goal of Maccabi.
But your episode at Maccabi Tel Aviv
started a little bit
problem with the big disappointment when you couldn't qualify to the Europa League group stage. How is that so dominated team couldn't qualify to the Europa League group stage?
It's this is the football. In football, everything is possible. And
What's go wrong?
I remember the first year. We were very, very close to qualify in the Europa League, and I think I remember we play against one Norway team from Norway, and in the last 10 minutes it was 2-0. We had a score to go in the group stage, and after one penalty they score, and they move in the group. I believe that first year we deserved to be in the Europe League. Second year it was totally different, that we didn't move in the Europa League. We lost from one team which was I can tell not in our level, but it was one of the mistakes, one of the fault from these 2 years.
I remember that all the players said that after the first championship, they said Europa League is fine. We are not good enough to Champions League. I heard players tell this. You think they wrong? You think that this team was better enough to qualify the Champions League?
Of course, that when you have one competition in front of you and you have to play the game, you believe that you can do it. If you don't believe, it's better to don't work.
Yeah.
Okay. On the way that we prepare ourselves, we prepared in that period ourselves to fight for the Champions League. Okay, we didn't achieve. After that, we go to qualification for the Europa League, and of course that it was very strong emotionally how we lost from the Cluj and we couldn't how to tell wake up after this game as fast as possible to do our job what we should do for this game against in the Europa League.
Yeah, you believe
of course that it was one of the biggest fault from us in these 2 years.
You believe that that team deserved to be in the group stage in the Europa League? You deserved it?
I said first year yes, second year no, because we couldn't we didn't play good in that period in the beginning of the years, and we lost 2 games. That mean I cannot tell that we didn't deserve. First year, yes.
Let's go to the second year. I think it's the craziest one.
Yeah, but first of all, I want to ask you, Vladan, about the first year. You've taken the most impressive championship,
31 points.
Not just in Israel, but almost in every first league in Europe or even in the world. 31 points difference between you and Maccabi Haifa. What was the special thing in that season?
And I will add, if it is because of the week of the league, or that you are really were so strong team.
I don't believe that it was because of the week of the league, because and previous year the league it was the same, and Maccabi finished second, and and the previous year the same. It was 3 years without the trophy on the way. That we cannot tell that it was because of the week of the league, because the league was not strong enough. I believe that the players we create one good group of the players who was hungry to achieve the goal. We put a big expectation in front of us from the beginning of the season, and we work daily, day by day, without to.
How do you work? How you consider just 10 goals in 30 in 36? I talk about the second team, the second season. How do you consider just 10 goals in 36 matches? This is crazy.
Listen, if you work hard, if you have the same goal, and if you can pass this to the player, to the team, to the players, to the team, and the most important is that they need to believe and they need to understand this. I can tell that I had players who was smart, who gave their best every day. We had. You can ask the players. We had a practices which was more stronger than games. On the way when they play between them, it was sometimes the games it was easy, But this is something what I expect from my team and what I work daily with them, because it's they need to show that they want to play. They need to fight for their position. They need to be ready every day to give for their job 100% for their team, you know, because they are paid for this. This is they are professional football player, and you know, I said one more time, without the players, it's impossible to do it, because I said, and I will tell again that this group of the players, it was very strong mentally, and it was a pleasure. It was pleasure to work with them.
That's exactly what Itai Shechter told about you, about this Maccabi, that every practice, every game in the practice was like a World Cup final or war. I don't think games ends in 0-0, 1-0. It's crazy. But I want to take you to another question. Look, that season, the first season, Eliran was the top scorer, team top scorer of the team. It seemed like you had a great connection. You made him run and do defense like he never did. What changed in the following season that you decided to release him? Why?
And listen, he was one of the most important player in our team in these 2 years, and because he showed that he has a quality, and he worked hard. From the beginning, it was some misunderstanding on the way of the communication, because you know, when coming the new coach, he has some new method, some new principle in the work, and you know, you need to show for the team this, and you need to show and personally for each of the player this what you expect from them.
You talk to him.
It's not strange that he is the quality player, very good finishing, good 1-against-1, good set pieces, and it was something what we knows before we arrived there, because we knows a lot of from the all of them about the players, I mean. But the crucial things, it was to how we can change his mind to work for the team. And in the first year he did it very good. He fight for the team, and when somebody fight for the team, and his quality coming up, okay.
And it changed in the second team. You say that it's changed.
The second year I cannot tell that he changed his attitude. He worked, he tried, but you know, coming other players in this position. We had a younger player in this position, like Jonathan Cohen, like Omer Atzili, like Mata Joses, like Elon Almog, like a lot of them. And you know, for me, the things, how I said, things is not difficult in football. It's simple. You follow them how they work, and you know, daily, and you just give the chance for this who deserve to play.
Yeah.
That means he start second year, he played, but you know, coming other guys who replace him in his position and give something more.
Yeah.
And you know, it's just simple. I don't have anything against no one, and you know, I just looking how to take the 100% for all of them for the team, and to choose the team and the players who will play and who will be in the first 11 for every separate game to give us result to win the game.
Yeah, so you mentioned, we talked about Eliran and how you managed to get from him 100% and work for the team. And also Omer Atzili with you started also to work hard. So, you know, how do you get the players motivated and work so hard? Is it your you know, you man of your award that if you work hard in the trainings you will play in the match? So how do you get them motivated every time? And also, you know, you had a very big rotation, so you know, everybody, even though they you know, get to the match with you know, 10 minutes in the game, they work so hard to prove you.
to have respect from the player, it's something what it's not easy to get it, because you can speak about the discipline, you can speak about the teams, about everything, but this is not the way how you will get respect from the player. The players, I was a player before I start to work this job. The players can understand if someone who is in front of them can improve them, and individually and like team or not. When they understand it, they start to give respect. Okay.
Are you coach that work individually with players?
Of course, we work individually with the players. It's impossible to work individually with players every day, but we work with them individually.
But you don't
a lot of practices, and me and my assistant coach and fitness coach and keeper coach, and sometimes you will work with some of them before the practice. Sometimes you will work with some of them after the practice. Sometimes you will organize some extra practice for some group of the player who need extra work. This is part of our job.
And Yossi talk about Omer Atzili. I don't know if you're following how much you follow the Israeli football, but Omer Atzili right now is the best player in Israel. He has a crazy numbers. Did you believe that he could be the best player in Israel, the number one player?
It's not surprise for me. It's not something what make me now surprised that Omer. I expect this from him. He's the guy who work hard every day, who fighting a lot for his position, who sometimes was very, very sad because he didn't start, or sometimes when we do substitution he was sad, but he's the guy who has number, who give a lot of goal, who score, who do assist, who work hard for the team, and that mean I'm very happy because of him. Doesn't matter that he is now in the other team, not in Maccabi, but he's a good guy and a good player, and he's a guy who make a difference and now in the Israel football, and of course that I expect something like that from him because I know his quality.
Yeah, but even though that he's the best player in Israel, he doesn't play in the national team of Israel. So what do you think that the reason that he doesn't fit in the national team, because he's the best player in Israel?
It's a question for the coach of the national team, because all of us who work this job have some vision how they want to play, which kind of the player they want to use, and it's a surprise for me. Yes, it's a surprise for me that he's not in the national team of Israel and he don't play. It's something. I can tell something strange, but again, I'm not the coach of the national team, and I don't want to say something against the coach who is there now. I respect all of the coaches.
Right now, there is no coach, so you can.
There is an interim coach, but there was also a discussion that maybe you will get an offer, and I think that many supporters in Israel, not just Maccabi Tel Aviv fans, would like to see you coach the national team of Israel. So is it possible that
maybe in some future period, not now, because I looking to work daily, every day with the team.
You want to coach a team?
Yes. This is something what I'm looking for, because I like to be in the charge every day with the team, to live with the players every day, to work with them, and it's something what I'm looking for now. But if we speak about national team, I had some offer from some national teams in the last 1 year, but I refuse it because of this reason what I told us. What
in
I told
Europe?
You now,
in Europe?
Yes, in Europe.
Oh, really? And I want to go back to the case of Omer Atzili and Dor Micha. How do you expect this decision of Mitch Goldar to release them? How do you take that in this moment? Did you agree with that?
Listen, first of all, I will return in the period when happened these things. It was happened before start the playoff, and we knows that it was two maybe the best players in the team.
Yeah, the MVP of the previous season.
We stayed without two best player in the last 10 games of the playoff. Or 9 games, maybe they play one game and after it was a small break and it's happened. Okay, it was very, very strong for all of us, especially for me like coach who stay to play 9 games without two very important players.
Did you disappointed them?
Listen, I am the man who don't like to take decision and to speak about something if I'm not sure. Okay, on the way, I spoke with them. I respect the both of them. I work with them. I know what kind of a person is these two guys, and you know, it was decision of the club. We need to respect it. You know,
if you need to take this decision,
the club take decision to move them out of the team, and it's something what is totally, you know, for me, on the way of the decision. Not because I said now that they did something and you need to move them. I said I don't know what's happened, and I cannot speak about this situation because you know. I know what they told me. I said that I believe to my players until to show me something that they doesn't have rights, you know. But how I understand it, how I know now after all these things that they are free, they are without some process in this case. I think it's happened something like that. Let me know. Maybe I'm not right.
No.
But if you need to take this decision, did you release them?
Listen, I like coach cannot speak. I said that one more time against my player. What's happened out of the training ground, out of the stadium, out of in their private life. Okay, of course that I'm the coach who like I believe most of the coaches to have the player who will be responsible for themselves, of course, on the training ground and on the stadium, and of course, and out of the training ground and of the stadium, because you know they are the people who the people knows them. They represent one big club, and they need to take care about their movement and everything what they will do now in this last years where you have phones and where you have social media and where you have everything. It's going out immediately.
Yeah.
That means to, you know, about the decision of the club, I said what I believe. You know, the club take this decision and we respect it. About myself, I said, and in that period, and to the two guys, to my players, that you know, I believe what they told me, you know, because they know what's happened, and I stay behind of them on this last 2 months, my last 2 months, where I in Israel. Okay. That means too, you know, it's something what's happened, and hope that these things will stop and will not happen again for no one.
Yeah, let's go back to the things that on the field. Gil mentioned the second season with 10 conceded goals. Something it's achievement that, unbelievable. And also Jair Amador was one of the best defenders, and Henrik Saborit, and also Geraldes. So, you know, 3 foreigners players playing the defense, just one Israeli, Eitan Tibi, and it's connected to the problems that we don't have any Israel defenders. So how you manage to build a team that doesn't concede any goals?
I will tell you one more story. What I had with
We like stories.
with the Ben Mansford when I arrived first year. When we spoke about the players, what I looking for, foreigner players who will come, and I give him a list of the players, and he asked me, Coach, but who will give the goal? Who will score? Who will? If you don't have even one player in front. And, I discussed with him and I told him, listen, my team starts from the number 1, who is keeper, after number 2, number 3, number 4, and,
So you build from behind, you build from the defense.
Exactly. And, we took in that period just 2 players. It was Jair and Saborit. Chico Foedu arrived in August, if I remember good. We moved for him to the end of the transfer window. But it was important for me. I understood from this what I had seen in the previous year, that Maccabi had a lot of problem in the last line, and it was something what it was crucial for me to move as fast as possible to find a free player who want to come in Israel and who want to play in Maccabi. Because to be honest, it's not easy to bring player from the Spain, from the Portugal, from the
Yes. Now it's even harder.
Yeah, and okay, we start to work. We start to looking the players, to take the characteristic of the players. When we find the players and when we understand that these players has quality to play in Maccabi, after we start to move to ask for their personality. Because it's very important to bring some players who is a normal man, who will not make and create some problem in the dressing room, who will be in the charge every day,
Yeah.
And of course, I said with the Ben and with the Barak that we work a lot in that period to find the players who can give us this what we're looking for.
If you build a team right now, and you should take one player from this Maccabi Tel Aviv in your 2 years in Maccabi Tel Aviv, one player, which player it will be?
All the team.
Just one. You have one.
My answer is all the team.
No.
Because I was a coach of the 22, 23 players, and for me it's not right and it's not my method to choose just one.
There is no player that is bigger than the team.
Exactly.
So this is your if we want to summarize your philosophy, that the team wins and the team lose.
Exactly. And the players who fight for the team, his quality will come up. Okay, be sure. Because if you have some players who thinking just for himself, thinking just how he will score, how he will make the number, it's not player for me.
So maybe a player outside Maccabi Tel Aviv.
Tell us about one player from Israel that we know that you wanted in Maccabi Tel Aviv and he didn't come. One player from the league that you say, I want him.
He is now in Maccabi Tel Aviv.
Who? Gabi Kanikovsky?
No, Gabi Kanikovsky. The guy, he was in Ashdod after he moved in Bulgaria, and from Bulgaria he came in I forgot the name. Sorry, I forgot the name now.
Which position?
Which position?
Midfield player. I think he's number 10 now.
Dan Bitton.
Yeah.
You wanted Dan Bitton.
Yeah.
I think he's one of the most creative.
After first year, I looking for him.
What did you see in him?
I spoke with the Barak to move on to take this player, but if I remember, it was difficult because we couldn't move, we couldn't pay the transfer. And,
he had a high release clause.
Yes, and the Bulgarian club came and bought him from the Ashdod. Yes.
But you wanted him even after this the biggest season of Dor Micha careers, after 15 assists and the MVP, and Dan Beaton is in the same position.
Yes, of course, because all of the players need to have competition.
Oh, okay.
Between them, that means you need to have someone who will be behind of you and who will push you to be better.
So you need always to recharge the hunger of the players. You mean?
For the players, it's the worst things when he starts to think that he's starter and nobody can move him from the team, and from this moment start to fall down. It means all of them need to fight, need to be in the charge, to show that they want really to be in the first 11 and they want to play. And this is my philosophy. This is something how I looking for the team, for the players, for the Sometimes it's impossible to have it because you can be in some club who has just 15-16 players, and you cannot have 20 players and to have a competition in the positions. But sometimes when you have it, you need to use all of the players to give them the chance to work with them, and if they play good, to keep them in the first 11. Doesn't matter what is name of these guys.
Okay, I want to ask you about Barak Yitzhaki. We don't know exactly what his title was
and he get a lot of criticism in Israel.
But I think that
why he get a lot of criticism? Because there is no new players in the summer until the last minutes, and because all the managing of Maccabi Tel Aviv.
Okay, it's. I can't speak just the best for the Barak because I worked with him 2 years and we have a very good cooperation between us. When I was there, I understand from the beginning that it was difficult to bring quality players on the beginning of the preseason in Israel.
Yeah.
And most of the time the teams in Israel waiting because the transfer window in Israel is longer than in Europe. And after when they stop the transfer window in Europe, Israel have more 10 days, 15 days. And in that period, maybe you can do some good movement. If some of the players in the Europe didn't move and stay in the team and want to move, you can maybe make some deal and to make some quality movement for your team. Of course, if you have financial and you can move from the beginning, it's much better for everyone. But to be honest, I don't know now. I hear from you guys that he has a lot of critics for his name, but can tell just that this is the guy who work 24/7 for Maccabi. Sometimes and he is without sleep because he think how to improve the team, how to be close to the coach, to help him, to speak with the players, to be on the same moment sometimes, and in the offices, it's complicated job, and he's still young in this job, but with I can tell now with a lot of experience in the last 4 years. And of course that his work will be better and better. Of course, I'm sure for that.
In January, Maccabi Tel Aviv come back to the championship battle, and it's a lot because of the signing of Mladen Krstajic and Georgi Jovanovic. I guess that you know this player a little bit.
You also know Krstajic. You played with him in Partizan. So
tell us about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I played with Krstajic together in Partizan a lot of years ago. We play in some period in the national team of Serbia together. I'm happy that he's in Maccabi. He's in one big club, and wish him the best.
Did Barak Yitzhaki talk with you before this in the Krstajic?
Listen, this is some moments from the club what I don't want to tell officially.
Okay.
It's
we understand.
not something.
No, it's okay.
But it's good now to speak about that. But of course, that I'm happy because one Serbian guy is still again in Maccabi, and I believe that he will do his job on the best way, and wish him the best to success in Israel. And about the players, about the Jovanovic, I know him. I cannot tell that I know him very, very well because, to be honest, I don't follow a lot Serbian championship, and he played there. But he was player of my best friend, who is coach now in the club from where he come, Čukarički. Yes, the coach in Čukarički is one of my best friend, and I speak with him a lot, and he told me about this moment, and he told me about the player. That the player is quality, and he can.
He's like a serial killer, his goal scorer is a natural poacher.
Yeah. It's I follow some games. I saw that he's the guy who score, who is a good in front of the 60-meter of the opponent, and he's still young. That means too is the guy who can be future for Maccabi.
You said that you don't follow so much the Serbian football. So you watch a lot of football right now when you have a lot of free time. Which leagues do you like to see?
Yeah, to be honest, after England, I watch just English football.
Just English football?
Yeah.
No, it's the best football in the world.
Exactly, it's the best football in the world, and it's a big difference between England and the rest of the Europe. Premier League is the best league in the world, and the football what play there is one level, sometimes and two level up than others country. Of course, that I like to see and the Italian football and the Spanish football.
Israeli football, no?
Israeli football, yes. When I have possibility and when I have chance to follow Maccabi, yes, I watch the game, of course. But
when you work here, you watch all the teams, a lot of games.
Of course,
it's part of the job. You say.
No. When I was in Israel 2 years, I watched just Israeli football. Sometimes maybe if played some derby in the Europe, I could watch because the time is never enough to take some information for the teams who you have to face next game, and and me and my assistants, and we work a lot to take important information how to prepare the team to win the game.
You think that Maccabi Tel Aviv can catch Maccabi Haifa this season?
I believe yes.
Yes?
Yeah, I believe yes.
So I think it's time to go to the
short questions. Just say a few words on every question, and we'll go finish the interview. Gil, start.
So, who is the coach you took the most inspiration from?
I work 3 years together with Fernando Santos, who is the coach of national team of Portugal, and I worked with him in AEK Athens 1.5 years, and after in the PAOK 2 years. That means this guy work most time with me like player, and I try to take a lot of things for the all coaches what I work.
Which
player.
Coach
for
do
all
you
of
like
them to
the
take
most?
the good things to make some balance in my football vision, you know.
Yeah. So which coach, you know, most famous coach, you think that you are most like him? Pep or
to be honest, the best coach in the world is Guardiola. It's you know, I think it's not something strange. He's the guy who changed the football, who show in 3 different countries that he's the guy who have one style of the football, attacking style, and his teams. You can understand how they play, what he asks from them, and then of course that he has a fantastic top player in each position. But again, I believe without him, without his philosophy, without his attitude, without his work, you know, this Manchester City. Of course, it's not the same with him and without him.
Yes, you can see that it's a team of Pep. When you see Pep's team, you see that this team of Pep. But I want to ask him one more question. Who is the most funny guy in the locker room of Maccabi Tel Aviv when in your time? The most funny.
It was Maor Kandil.
Yeah, it's easy. It's an easy question.
Yeah, you are not the first guy that was in our podcast. Also, one of a teammate, a former teammate, told that Maor Kandil is the funniest.
He make you laugh the most.
Yes, he was the guy who. He's the guy who make a how to tell you, good atmosphere for the team. Together, of course, Schechter, the same. It was the guy who keep fighting during every practice. You know, without him, it was impossible to achieve this, what we achieved these 2 years. It was the guy who, you know, who fight for his position every time when he was in the second team. It was, you know, like Pitbull, you know.
Yes, he fought against Eli Dassa.
Unbelievable, you know. But then he was the same, very funny, you know. We had then Chico, who was the same, the guy who was one of the players who tried to do good atmosphere, you know, for the team.
I think that Chico was maybe the underrated player of Maccabi Tel Aviv.
Absolutely.
In your time, because he scored a lot of goals per minute that he played. So I think that he needs to get more credit.
Absolutely.
No?
Chico, it was the guy who came like winger, and we bring him to play on the side. But after we stayed without striker, we had some problems. I think we had just Schechter because Vidar, we sold him after the Europe first year. He didn't start championship with us. And we had, I think...
you didn't want Vidar?
No. I want him, but it was a decision of the club to move him, to sell him, you know.
Yeah.
And Chico started to play. We changed position of him because I said that we bring him like a winger, but to the end he play most of the game in these 2 years. He played like strike.
Who is the player that made you start loving football?
It was
Gary Lineker.
Yeah.
Why is it? You played an attacking midfielder. You know,
yeah, but when I was young, I watch international football, and in that period, it was one of the players who score a lot. You know, who score a lot, and you know, I remember him.
Who is the player that you train in Maccabi Tel Aviv with the most Europe potential to be a good player in Europe?
To be a good player in Europe,
to succeed in Europe, we see right now Dor Peretz and Jonathan Cohen, but Dor Peretz is not play a lot, and Jonathan Cohen in the Serie B. you expect more from them in this stage?
Italian league is very difficult league. It's tough competition in the each team there, you know, and I believe that the both of them will find their road. How I said, they their position. Sometimes some of the players need more time, some of them need less time, but I believe that the both of them deserve to play in the Europe, and I know them very well, and I believe that they will take the chance of the coaches when they will give them.
But who is the most potential to in Maccabi Tel Aviv that you train to succeed in Europe from the players?
You know,
that is ready to Europe. From what you see,
depends for the, you know, you have some players who is for some leagues. Example, Dan Glaser is for some leagues, and he can be very good in the some different league in Europe, not in the all, of course.
Where do you think he could be good?
I believe that he can be good in the championship, example, because the championship is the
tough.
It's something special, you know. It's really something special. You know, you have 46 games, and you play every 3-4 days the game match, and it's
you need to kick some players.
You have a lot of duels. You have a lot of don't have a space. A lot of teams who play just with the long ball, with fighting in the air, waiting the set pieces to score, to try to score, and after again go back. But I believe that he's the guy, and I, to be honest, I try to bring him in my ex-club in Watford. But you know, it was my decision. Yeah. But they didn't move because they didn't want to pay the transfer. You know, you know, and I believe and Atzili is the guy who can play in some European championship. It's a guy who has a quality, you know, of the young players. Mata Jose is now starter. He play. Maybe he can in the future he can look for to move in Europe. You have you know, believe that it's not now to speak about the names. I believe that a lot of them can play in some European championship.
So I think we will finish with the last question. What is your biggest dream as a coach, and where do you see yourself in 5 years from now?
You know, I try to don't
tell us one dream.
Create big dreams for the future, because you know, the football is specific, and you never know what's going to happen. You know, now in that moment I'm 1 year and 3 months, 4 months without job. You know, that means you know, to be honest, I did not expect something like that. I cannot tell that I didn't have I had offers, but these offers what I had, I decided to don't do some hurry movement and to go somewhere if I'm not sure that this is the right club for me.
But what is the league? The Premier League? This is the dream?
Okay, Premier League is the best league in the world, I said, and of course that every coach like to be there. It's very difficult to be there, I know, and you need to work a lot to get a chance there.
So next year, so let's not go far. Next year, where do you see yourself?
You never know. Really, you never know, because of course that I looking to start to be in the charge to work, but you know, from where can come some good offer, you never know. You cannot, you know, to be honest, and before I arrived in Israel, if you ask me 2-3 months before, I didn't think about that, you know, that I can be in Israel and stay there 2 years.
Yeah.
To, you know,
so
what will happen, you know, and we will see. I hope fast that as fast as possible that I will start to be in the charge and to work again.
Messi or Ronaldo? Where do you in this debate?
I think
One
Ronaldo.
player you can take to your team. Messi, Ronaldo.
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 I know.
It was easy.
You like the
He's Ronaldo guy.
yeah, motivated, harder, work hard. Just
You know,
be.
if you ask me now, if we see their best years for the both of them, if we go back 6, 7, 8 years ago, I can tell that Messi it was maybe one level up.
Yeah.
Okay, one level up. But Ronaldo is the guy who
you
score
want
from
in
the
your
distance,
team.
who will score from the set pieces, who will score from with the head, who will fight, who will do a lot of things, and it's
He has the hunger
small,
that you
small
like.
advantage I give now for him, because I believe that what he did with his work, with his mentality, with the professionalism, and all this what he did, he deserved it, Of course, and Messi the same, but Messi is more than he's the guy who has this talent, and this talent is really amazing, and it's something what you can see one time in the 30-40 years.
Absolutely. But right now, Dusan Vlahovic, I think, is better than both of them.
Yes, okay. Now the both of them is 35, 36 years old, and when you have the competition like Champions League, and when you have competition like Premier League, it's not easy in this age to be in the charge every 3-4 days. Okay. About Dusan Vlahovic, I can tell just the best, because it's one Serbian guy who achieved a lot for his age, 22 years old, and he's in the top, one of the best club on the world, and really wish him the best, and to take a lot of trophies with the Juventus.
Yeah. So we need to end. So we want to wish you all the best, and I want to say something very, this is a very special moment for us, because I think you are the most special guest that we had. Now we had 101 episodes. You are the 101 guest. So I think
Our special one.
Our special one. So I want to say to you, thank you from the bottom of my heart, because you made us so excited before the episode. So we want to thank you and wish you all the best. And
It was pleasure.
yeah, and maybe we'll do it again when you will coach the Israel national team.
Part B.
Yeah, maybe.
Thank you, guys. It was my pleasure to be with you, and a lot of regards for all people in Israel, and of course, especially for the fans of Maccabi Tel Aviv.
Thank you, Vladan.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day, and
A nice weekend.
all the best.
Thank you, Vladan. Thank you.
Thank you very much. ביי ביי. וואו, איזה רעיון, גיל.
תשמע, אני באמת חושב ש...
מה שאמרנו בהתחלה, בפתיח, כאילו, זה מה שהיה, כאילו, הוא גם גבר, גם איש של מילה, וגם אתה מבין שהוא...
אתה מבין איך הוא עשה את זה. אתה מבין איך הוא הצליח לרתום אליו את השחקנים, ואתה מבין שזה בן אדם שלא משנה מה... הוא פשוט לא יזוז מהעקרונות שלו בעד שום דבר, אם זה כסף, ואם זה כבוד, ואם זה... בשבילו העקרונות שלו זה מעל הכל,
הוא בן אדם נחמד.
הוא בן אדם יותר נחמד ממה שחושבים.
כן.
הרבה יותר נחמד ממה שחושבים, והיה לי ממש כיף לדבר איתו, והייתי שמח לדבר איתו אפילו עוד על כדורגל.
כן, אבל הוא סיפק לנו שעה נפלאה.
כן. מרואיין לא קל, אבל כזה שסיפק גם כמה פנינים, אחלה של פנינים.
כן, כן. מאוד נחמד, וזה מה שחשוב לנו.
כן, לגמרי.
מקצוען על, אבל נחמד.
לגמרי.
יופי. טוב, אז אני רוצה להזכיר לכם שהפרק בחסות מועדון השחקנים המתמידים של אסף שטנגל, מאמן מנטלי ספורטאים שפיתח שיטת עבודה בקבוצות קטנות דרך הזום במחיר שווה לכל כיס, רק 99 שקלים בחודש. ולחמשת הראשונים שפונים אליו ואומרים שאתם חולים על כדורגל, מפגש התנסות ראשון בחינם, וואלה, שאני שוקל לפנות אליו בעצמי.
אני גם לא משחק, אבל מה אני... מי לא צריך ייעוץ מנטלי?
אולי גם עוז נקש.
כן, עוז גם, עוז צריך דחוף, ייעוץ מנטלי אחרי מה שהיה אתמול.
נכון. אז כן, אפרופו עוז נקש, אנחנו כאן באולפני פודקאסט סטודיו, ובאמת פתח לנו את הדלת, תרתי משמע.
כן. בית.
כן, באמת בית. תרתי משמע בית.
כן.
ותודה עוז שאתה מפיק ועורך עבורנו את הפרק האדיר הזה, באולפנים שלך פודקאסט סטודיו שבראשון לציון, ותודה לכם מאזינים ומאזינות שהייתם איתנו. מוזמנים לשתף, לתייג ולהאיר את עינינו. זה היה פרק באמת שהשקענו עליו. באמת, תעשו את זה.
כן.
אז תשמעו על עצמכם. אנחנו נפגש בפרק הבא עם עוד תוכן מעניין ואיכותי. יאללה, ביי.